Hey, welcome back. It's Robin from Rose and Lily, and today we're gonna make this cute stingray. You can either make him with a straight tail or with a curved tail. The first thing you're going to need is some super chunky yarn. I like using this James C Brett Flutterby Chunky. And you'll also need a small amount of medium weight pink yarn for the cheeks. Other items we're going to use are 9mm safety eyes, a USG crochet hook, a yarn needle, scissors, polyfill, and then I also suggest to use stitch markers, and you'll need a pipe cleaner if you want the curled tail. The stitches that you need to know beforehand are single crochet, slip stitch, chain stitch, increase, and invisible decrease. In this tutorial, we'll be crocheting in spiral rounds, and I'll be marking the end of each round with stitch markers. So let's get started with the pattern. First, make a slip knot and chain 10. Then we're going to start in the second chain from the hook and do a single crochet in there. And then I just like to put a marker in this stitch. Then we do 7 more single crochet down the chain. Now back into the first chain stitch that we did, we are going to do 3 single crochet into the same stitch. Now we're going to be working on the underside of the chain. So we do 7 single crochet along the underside of the chain. Then once again we're going to do 3 single crochet into the same stitch. The next round is going to start in the marked stitch from earlier. And I'm just going to move the stitch marker to the end of this round. So starting in that same stitch that was marked, the next round starts with an increase. An increase is 2 single crochet into the same stitch. Then it's 7 single crochet. Then another increase, which is 2 single crochet into the same stitch. And then a single crochet, and then an increase again. Now we do 8 single crochet. Now we do an increase, and lastly a single crochet. This finishes up the round to give us 25 stitches in the round. After those first 2 rounds, you should have a long oval like this. In round 3, we are just doing 25 single crochet a round. Your oval should start to curve inwards as you work through this round. In round 4, we start with 12 single crochet. Now I'm going to add a stitch marker to this last single crochet we did, and then chain 6. Starting in the second chain from the hook, we're going to do 5 single crochet back along the chain. Because I don't want any gaps, I'm going to join the marked single crochet to the next single crochet. So going through these 2 loops here, insert the hook, yarn over and pull through a loop. Go into the next single crochet and yarn over and pull through a loop. Yarn over and pull through all 3 loops on the hook. Now there's no gap between the chain and the rest of the stitches. Now we do 12 single crochet. FYI, I demonstrate that technique in detail on the reversible octopus tutorial if you want to check it out. The last of the 12 single crochet is going into the marked stitch, which is the last stitch of round 3. And then we chain 6. Starting in the second chain from the hook, we do 5 single crochet back along the chain. That's the end of round 4. So I'm just moving the stitch marker to that last stitch we did. To start round 5, we are going to join the chain to the next single crochet like we did earlier. So going through these 2 loops, yarn over and pull through a loop, go into the next single crochet, yarn over, pull through a loop, and then yarn over and pull through all 3 loops on the hook. And now we do 11 single crochet. The last of these 11 single crochet is going into that marked stitch. Now we will be working into the back of that chain we did earlier. Remember, we did 6 chain stitches earlier, and the 6th chain stitch forms the side of a single crochet afterwards. So we'll be working into 5 chain stitches. So start in the first chain stitch, and we're doing 4 single crochet along the chain. Then in the last chain stitch, we do an increase. Now we're going to work into that single crochet we did after the chain. And we do an increase in that first single crochet. Now we finish off this chain area with 4 more single crochet. Now we're just going to do 13 single crochet. The 13th stitch is going into that base single crochet of the chain. Now, like before, we're working into the back of that chain. And we're going to do 4 single crochet. Then we do an increase in that last chain stitch. And then moving over to the single crochet, we do an increase into that stitch as well. Now we're going to finish off the round by doing 4 single crochet. And that should bring us to that marked stitch, which was the end of round 4. The front part of the stingray should be shaping out now. In round 6, we are just doing 49 single crochet around. Thanks for watching part 1 of the Stingray tutorial. Part 2 will be up in the description box.